in this, show you first that download the minimum requirement to connect the instances. Then I will show you how to connect the instances after creating the instances. Then we will install and set up the repository to install the Node.js. And accordingly, we will configure Node.js to build the HTTP web server. I hope this is clear. So you can follow my PDF, which is I'm sharing over the WebEx. If any question or doubt, please let us know over the chat. We will try to
Yeah, actually,
help you guys.
there is a question that where to download. I think they missed the last session, or probably where they are not able to kind of locate where this PDF is. So maybe I can share that.
Yeah.
Once
So
again.
should I stop?
Yeah, please. Maybe they may want to hear it again.
Oh. So I stopped sharing. Now you can take and show your screen.
Yes. So if you are already logged in to Member Hub, for those who are asking where to find this PDF, please log into your Academy account, academy.oracle.com. Log into Member Hub, and then you will have this landing page. And in the landing page, you go to Other Technologies, click on Linux, and then this one you will find this Bytes Hands-on Lab Beginner Linux Web Services Oracle Cloud Compute VM. Create a simple web server. Either you just directly enroll, or you can just click here, and then when you actually enroll, then after enrolling, then you go there and just click this one and click on play. So once you click on play, you will have this PDF. So I'll again repeat once more. So go to the home page. So sorry. Okay. When you are on this landing page, go to Other Technologies, go to Linux. And this is create a simple web server. So this is the course. So just click on this. So I'm already now enrolled into this. So it will directly kind of play for me, but I have to let me unenroll, and then no, so I cannot. Yeah. So when you enroll, and then you click, scroll down, click on this, and then you play here. When you click on play, you will get the PDF. So I hope that's clear.
Yeah.
So I'll stop sharing now. Thank you, Rajan.
Thanks, Anuradha. So Rabi, you can give the rights to share. Thank you.
Yes, it is shared.
So I hope that everyone was able to follow Anuradha and able to get the required PDF. If not, you guys can let us know. I will show one more time. So I will wait for 30 seconds or 1 minute by thinking that you guys are following that steps and trying to download that PDF, and just open that PDF or follow. Okay, so I wish everyone downloaded. Let's move. So here, the first requirement of this course is that get the software that will help you to connect your instances. It's of you guys already heard. It's kind of putty that we use to connect the remote servers using through OpenSSH client server technology. So by default, the machine will act as a OpenSSH server. Okay, so you can click on this link, and this link will redirect you on the window where you will get directly download option. So this is the link. I hope you are able to see. And here you click download. It will ask the file which you have selected to save the location. Would you like to save this file? So we will say yes, save this file. And it will ask the location where you want to save. You can see I have already downloaded this. So let's give the name. I just changed the name and I start to download this file. So you can see this file download starts. So it's 48 MB file. It will take normally time depends on your bandwidth, the network speed. So when this file is downloaded, you will see here file is available. So I hope you are this file that we got from that download screen. So you have to double click on that if you are using the Windows, just for your information. And it will ask the information like how to move further. We can click next. We don't have to change any option in this, and we have to select all the options by default. You can see here use OpenSSH. So of course we are using OpenSSH technology, OpenSSL library, then default, 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 and default. Enable file system sharing, and next you can say installation will start. Because it's already installed on my machine, so I will exit from this setup, but you can install that and you will see on the machine that git bash, git gui, git cmd is installed. So I'm assuming you guys, few of you already installed this and few of you are doing this. So let's wait for 30 seconds or 40 seconds and let that installation finish. Channa, you are able to see my complete desktop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, great. So next 30 seconds, we will wait, then we will go for the next step. If any question or doubt for Git Bash, please feel free to ping in the chat. Okay, so it's almost 1 minute that we waited for this installation. Once this tool is installed, then you are ready to launch this tool. You have to click on GIT Bash. From the search, you can search for GIT. Then it will show option GIT GUI, GIT CMD. So you can click on GIT Bash. Once you will click on GIT Bash, example, this is one I have. So let me close this and I will go here, GIT Bash. So on my screen, you will see some permission denied, but you will not see on your screen those messages because I have given some restrictions for these tools. So you can see this GIT screen is launched and you got the environment from where you can execute your SSH to connect the instance which we are going to create. So here you can see PWD, your current working directory in which you are currently available. If you want a folder to switch, so you can switch that folder. You can see now I
Sorry,
switched to.
Rajendra, I'm interrupting. Can you please increase the font of your
Sure. I hope it's clear and visible now.
Yeah, it's much better now. Thank you.
Okay. So you can check the current working directory using the command pwd. And if you want to change any directory, use the directory name and slash. Okay. So here you can see the command what I have executed using the history command. In case you need to know any command which was executed in past and you want to recall that command. So here you can change like this. Okay. I hope it's clear. And you can clear your screen using the clear command, that is clear, clear. So we are assuming that everyone said.
Rajendra, there is still some people want more bigger font size, around 18.
Okay,
They're asking.
sure, no problem. More than that, right?
Thank you.
Welcome. So I hope now it's very clear. And here we have executed, these are the commands you can see. As of now, I just executed how to change the directory, how to check the current working directory, how to clear the screen displayed message, whatever getting displayed on your screen, you can clear those messages. These are the three commands we have used. So assuming all set, we are good to go. If anything, feel free to ping. So now it's time to go on your console cloud logging screen where you can create the instances. I hope everyone is having the link If not, Ravi will share that link in the chat with you guys, because I'm using the instance that is for us, and you guys will have the instances which are for students. So you will see slight difference between this login screen. Okay, this login screen. But here, once you will come on this page, you will see same thing. So this dashboard you have to click, and you have to click on the instances. Once you guys are there, we will wait. I'm assuming that you guys are opening your browser, then getting the link from Ravi, and you guys trying to log in your compartment. So once you are logged in your compartment, we will move to next step. Here we are assuming it's take 1 to 2 minutes to go on that screen and get this compute and click on the instance. This is the normal times takes for new users to go there. So I will wait for 1 more minute for you guys to go there. If any question, doubt, please ping in the chat. $30 left, then we will move on the next step.
Hi, Rajendra. Can you repeat the step again?
Sure,
Few people
no
asking.
problem. So we have to log in on this screen. The link which provided by the Ravi for a
Okay,
student.
can you share that link in the chat?
Channa, can you give that link?
Actually, they have to log into their cloud accounts.
Yes.
Yeah. So they all will have a
We
separate
have
actually.
shared this link. What we have shared, this is might be slight different. What you guys got for your cloud instance?
Yeah. So everybody has to log into your cloud accounts that you have got from Oracle Academy. So there is where you find it.
So this is the link. I will paste again. Chat. Channa already given that link. You guys can click on that. This is the link. This is for students, right, Channa?
Yeah, Rajendra. They can use that
Oh.
link.
Okay, thank you. So this link you can use. This link, if we click.
You show them the how to enter the
Yes,
tenant
yes.
in that one.
So you can see I clicked on that. And here, this is the link. And you can see here the change tenant, because I have to use or you guys have to use different one as per provided by team. So tenant will be same, right, Channa?
No, Rajendra, they have different one.
Yes.
They'll be having different.
Have to use your own tenant. So here example, I'm using mine. You can see here cloud tenant. Once you have that, you have to click on continue. You can see
Yeah, they have to use this one, right hand side, not the SSO.
So
to enter.
as here two options coming, one is having the permission for that, and second for the outside students or the people who got the different access. So here username and password you have to use. So I'm using my username and password. You can see here, and then accordingly I'm using my password. I'm assuming you are getting on this page. Same with me. You are using your username and password. Once you have done both, you have to click in the sign in. Okay. So I'm getting this fine.
Yeah, sorry, Rajendra, I'm
Yeah.
interrupting, but I need to, I think, repeat here that they have to sign into their own cloud accounts.
Yes.
Still, some are like saying that link. So just sign into your own cloud accounts. If you signed it them on 15th,
Okay.
the same cloud account you have to sign in. And there's another question which says that someone tried to execute the steps said on 15th again, including SSH, keygen, etc. It giving me this errors, permission denied. Public key, GSS, API, key, something like that.
Yeah, actually, they didn't connect to that instance. So if they connect it to the instance, then they won't get this permission denied error message. I guess this is the last session exercise.
So is that
Yeah.
clear?
I'll
Soumya, I hope we addressed your doubt.
yeah. So maybe Ravi, you may want to repeat to Soumya.
Yeah, Soumya, actually you didn't connect it to your instance properly. The keygen which you generated and that you haven't uploaded properly to that instance. So that's why it's showing that permission denied error message. So faculties, you will receive a separate mail from Oracle Cloud once your account is activated. So you have to log into that Oracle Cloud using your account. So please check your spam mail or your primary mail account for that Oracle Cloud email.
And actually, most of them were able to successfully log in day before
Yes.
yesterday when we were having the session. So they don't need to go back to their mails. They just need to remember their ID and password. That's all.
So everyone ready? Done? We'll wait. Ravi, once they are good to go, please let us know. So this link, you guys will have the login link. Again, I will show that what we pasted in here chat. This is the link. This is the link that you have to open in your web browser. console.us-ash burn-1.oraclecloud.com. It's a secure site, so HTTPS is needed there. Once you entered this, you can click. You can see my screen moving, and here it's asking the information. Compartment I have selected this one. So you will have your own compartment or tenant which you have to use. Okay. So I used mine. So you can use your tenant. This is how. Then you can click on the continue. Here you will see two options, single sign-on and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. In this, you have to supply your username and you have to supply your password. So, assuming all set and you are seeing this screen. If not, please ping in the chat room and we can wait. Otherwise, we can move to next.
So for those who have not received the cloud account approvals, they would not have received it. This is in continuation session to the last one. So if you have not attended the last one, probably you would not have received the cloud account. So you will get it in next week's time. So please bear with us. So if you still have not received the cloud account, you just have to sit and watch. You may not be able to do it side by side. So maybe when you get your cloud account in a week's time, you may want to log in and get the PDF and follow these instructions. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuradha. So once you have this screen, you will see left-hand side, there is the drop-down option where we will get the compute, block storage, object storage, file storage, networking option. So we have to select the compute. And the compute having sub option. Here you can see instances, dedicated virtual machine host, instance configurations. But here we have to click on the instances. So down option, compute, then instances. So you will see this screen. So I'm assuming everyone is on this page. So I'm using the account which is having different people access. So you may see lots of instances created, but you will not see, you will have a blank page. Then you have to click create instance. I'm assuming that you have clicked on create compute instance option. The first option here you see it's giving the default name, date, it's picked automatically, and it's picked the time. So it's up to you guys that how do you want to use the name. So here select your name. If you have already created the instances, no need to create the new instance. We will start that instance and you can use the same instance. If you have not created the new instance in previous class, please create the new instance. So I'm assuming few people are creating this instance. So here I'm giving name Oracle web server and this instance information I'm keeping here. Why I'm keeping here? Just the information that when this instance was created, what was the date and time, and what is the purpose of this instance. In case someone want to bring down they can reach who is handling this web server. So accordingly that they can reach the team. So like that we can give Linux team. This is just example. Okay. So you can give the name. Compartment, you will have your default compartment that is listing there. You cannot change the compartment. So please use the compartment which is listed by default for you. Here we have the availability of the domain where we are going to create these instances. So here they are listing 3 domains which we can use to host our instance. As of now, I have selected default. If you will see any error or issue on this default domain, you can select the different one. Like this, you have to click by mouse. Okay, which one you want to use. So I'm here assuming this phx-ad-1 is having the resource available. You can choose a fault domain for this instance in case if this is the production and you want your productions to be run in a case of domain failure, site failure, then you can select this option. But as of now, don't select this option because we are doing simple testing for the web server. It's not the production. Here you have the image, which image by default coming. You can see Oracle Linux 7 upgrade 8. It's showing. When this image was built by the team, they built this image on 2020 09 23rd of the 9 months. If there is the requirement, okay, you can change your image by selecting the image. Here different images are listed. Example, you want the Ubuntu, or you want CentOS, or you want Oracle Linux different version, you want Windows machine. So based on your requirement, what version you want, you can select. Which vendor you want to use, you can select. So I am selecting the default one, which is here selected automatically. I hope this is clear. So we are going to use the default image. From this, you can change your image. So here, what will be the shape of your instance which we are going to create? They are listing that, and what will be the processor you are going to get. So you can see we are going to get AMD processor, and the instance that we are going to get, that is virtual machine, will be running on the KVM. And this is 1 core Octa CPU, and the memory will be 16 GB. Network throughput will be 1 Gbps. Okay. I hope you are following me. Then you have configure network. So virtual cloud network, VCN, by default for you guys will be listing only one, and you have to select that only. For me, you can see many because we have created different. So accordingly, for the production, development, QA, and other activity, we have to create different virtual cloud network based on the network requirement. So here for this demo session, we are going to use the default one, which is listed for you guys. And for me, I have selected mine. So here select existing subnet. You don't have to create the new subnet because as of now it's not required. Based on your requirement, based on your production requirement, you can create the different subnet. So public IP address, assign a public IP address. Yes, we need a public IP address to access our instance from anywhere in the world. You can access this instance. So we needed public IP. You can select that. I'm assuming you are following up with your account and you are able to follow me. Okay, so here they are asking add SSH key because to log in on the cloud instances, we don't have any password mechanism. Okay, so we have to use our keys which we are going to create, and we have to access our instance using those key. So I'm switching back to the PDF. I hope you guys have followed the action one and you are able to open the git bash. So section 2, create public private key. If you already have the public key, which was used in the previous session, you can skip this and you can use that public key to access your instance. If you don't have, please follow me. So find GIT in your programs, click GIT base to open your Windows terminal. This is GIT base we have opened as I was showing you earlier. Then the command which we are going to use to create 2048-bit encryption label for the key. Nowadays we have 4096 also. So this is we are going middle one. So you can use this command and you will be prompted for the security in case someone got somehow your private key access. So he can log in on your instance with that private key, right? To avoid, of course, we keep the private key in secure location, so someone should not able to access that. But if somehow, then you have options to give more security in your private key. Passphrase you can use as a additional security. In that you have to type the password or the sequence of the character numbers which you can remember for your extra security. So make sure what you are entering, remember that. Otherwise, you cannot use your key to access your instance. So here you can see the default path which you will be creating your key. Okay. The command. So here I'm showing you how to that. This is the command, and you can see my directory is the directory. You can use your default one or the new one. Here, I am going to type this SSH hyphen keys n hyphen T. T stand for type, RSA or DSA. So here I am selecting RSA, and the encryption is 2048 bits. You got this screen, please enter. So it's telling you the location. You can see this is the location. If you want in different location, you can give that, or you want to use the default one, use that. Okay. So I will show you again. Click here. Then give the new location or use the existing one. I can select new or existing one. So as of now, I'm selecting the default. Previous example, I was using the new. In this, I'm using the default. So here I have to say yes in case it's already exist. So I will say enter. I'm not giving any new location. Here, enter additional security password. So you can use the password which is as per your convenience. I'm using mine. 2 times you have to enter, 1 and 2 for the verification. You can see 2 keys are generated here. Highlighted one. And this is the algorithm they have used to generate the key. Assuming you are following me. So let's go in that location. CD and that location. ls hyphen lrth. So this is, you can see, date and time when this key got created. In this, you will have one key that is private, one is public. So we are going to use
Sorry, Rajendra, there is one participant who is saying that wrongly she has entered yes. So what should she to do to kind of, override that?
If you have entered yes, it will create the new key. So let me show you that. I will go in this location. You have 2 keys. Let me run this. And I'm giving the location. Here I want to dump the keys. If say yes, then nothing. It's asking the password. I will enter the password. be anything. I just type different one. So here they are telling failed because I given extra slash in that. Sorry. Again. You can see. I will give this. Okay. Yes. And enter failed is a directory. Okay. So you use the default one in that case if it's failing. And the default location will be this. Don't enter the directory location. Assuming you got your keys, one key I have here in this location and one key I created manually using the different command. Okay. So you got this. Then you have to go here, choose public key file. And here, drop files here, you have to browse the location where we have stored the key. Okay. So my key I stored in this directory. And you can see cloud SSH keys. And here it's my Oracle Cloud public key. And once we select that, you can see my Oracle Cloud public key available. Okay. The default one, if you see and following my screen, this was created here. Username, then .ssh. So accordingly, you have to visit that user. Your user will be in this. And here, this is the username. Here you can see .ssh. Here you can see ID RSA key. If you select that, it will be put here. Once you have done that, you will see your keys are listed here. So wood volume, you don't have to select anything. That is selected by default. And then we have to click the create option. So you can see here, following compartment quota were exceed, you cannot create here. So if the situation, that's what I was saying in the app, maybe depend others people using that, you can select different one. So here, let me select this one and try there. In domain, second server, I selected, then I don't have any problem to create my instance. Here you will see is provisioning, means it's applying the configuration, it's applying the keys, it's pulling the image from Pixie and trying to build up the VM. Down work request. There you will see the progress of your VM. how it's progressing. Percentage, it will show. Here you will see the availability domain in which we are trying to create this VM, fault domain that we have not given any. This is the reason where our domain will be hosted. Compartment, and here we select the public IP. The public IP I got. Okay. So Anuradha pasted the message in the chat. You guys can provisioning. Ravi, you can share those with the. So when VM is provisioning, you have to wait, and the information you can see all use OPC. And left hand side, now you can see VM is running. This is the IP. And here you can see 100%. I hope you are following this. We will give you 2 minutes. If one VM is like pro or you guys selecting. So let's wait for 2 minutes and then we will. So we are assuming that your VM is up or previously you created the instance, you started that. So in that situation, I will show. So whoever having the VM provision, they can use this public IP address. So you can copy this public IP address. Here, example, I copied in this. So the people yesterday who created the instance and they want to start their instance. So here you can select your instance which you want to start. Example, this is one instance which is in a stop status. You can select that instance. Instance is in a stopped status. You can click on start. Once you will click on the start, your instance will be up and running. Okay. So once you have copied your IP, which we created, so here I'm in this location. Okay. You have to use the command to connect the instance. So let's copy this IP. So my current working directory in which I have put my keys you can select your directory where your keys are stored. This directory. So once there, SSH is the command to connect to the client. -I is giving the file, which file we can use to connect the cloud instance. So this file we are going to use. This is my private key. Okay. Example, you can see in this my store. This is my private key. And then I have .pub. So until this both combination match, you cannot log into the instance. Okay. So here, important thing, user, because you can see here, user was created OPC. So we need a user, right? So this user you have to give. So combination SSH-I cloud. This is your key, okay? And you can then enter. So here it will ask the information, fingerprint or yes or no. So we will say yes. And enter the secure password. So you can see I landed to the login screen. And you can see the instance name, what I have given, that is applied here. And the username is the OPC. And this is my server name. I hope you are following me.
Rajendra,
Yes,
there is some request from the participants. Can you brief about the commands that you have shown in the terminal?
sure. This is the command. We will put in the chat. And here you have to use your keys. Okay, your key location. I'm using, I put my key here. Okay. So the key where is stored in that directory you have to go. So here, this is mine. Accordingly, you have to give your, Ravi, you can share. I have given you in the chat. Okay. So this is, even here you can see we have instruction. So here when creating the instance, your key will be here. C usr username.ssh. This is the directory we have seen, right? That directory you have to select. Public key you have to then upload. Then this is the command. Because your key will be your in working directory, current working directory. So you don't have to supply. Also shared in the chat. Same thing, SSH OPC @IP address. This is example. This is an example. If you are in present directory, you don't have to supply the keys. Okay, you just give SSH OPC your username and what you have given as a password. Clear? So I will go back here. Okay, this is my C drive. Then users rrhuh.ssh clear pwd. This is my same what you have like your username, and here we have two files, and then use the IP ssh opc @IP, this one. You can see I logged in. So one example I have given, you saw, right? I supplied two key. One I supplied my old key, and one I supplied what I got created in this location. So in this location example, you see I am not giving any key because it's picking up by default from the current working directory, because we have to keep this name like that, otherwise it won't pick up. Okay, so make sure you have not changed the name of this, otherwise you have to supply with -I and your key name, private key. So this is very to your cloud instance. I'm assuming everyone connected. So here,
For one faculty got access denied option. Balakrishna Sharma, he could not able to connect to that instance.
so because of the means IP, he got IP. Is that public IP you received like this? If yes, and have you checked your keys in your present directory like this? Are those available? These two important things. One, this key should be available. The command should be used to verify is ls. One thing. So this should be public is fine. We are not going to use the public. This should be there 101. So permission denied, that means either you are giving the passphrase what you have entered, that is wrong. Example, what I will get here if I enter. That is not no error. See, then you will get this permission denied. And you are trying to enter the password which you supply at the time of creating the key, and that is wrong, or you do not remember that. And then you will get this error, permission denied. Same error what I'm getting. So in that case, if situation is that, no problem, you can run the command again, what we executed. This one, and create your new keys and enter your new password, and you will able to log in. But only the problem, because of that, you can see same I can reproduce. Okay. So here, if my password is correct and nothing went wrong, I'm able to log in. So your password should be what you have supplied that you have to keep. If you cannot remember, please follow that PDF and regenerate your key and use that one. Okay. You have to stop the instance for that. Okay. Just remember. So here you can see. Now we are going to do this sudo yum install node.js Oracle release E7. This command will help you to get the repository on your machine. What is repository? Like Windows, you have where you download the software, right? Microsoft provide that, or USB or hard disk. Same way, we have the repositories available from where we can download the software. Okay. So the command is like this: sudo yum install -y Oracle Node.js release Oracle release 7. You can see it's doing the activity. So first time when we create the instance and we run yum install command, it's build the database, local database in a cache. So cache will be built and will have the XML and the information which we are running. You can see update info, primary. So that is the reason first time you will see it's doing lots of things and trying to do that. Okay, here you can see I have installed this RPM. So how to verify? RPM-QA pipe grep -I and give that name. Okay, this is one install, and the other one you can do same. Here. So what we have done, I will show you again. Okay, so we use the command. The command is here: sudo yum install -by means we don't want to supply each and every time yes. So it's telling yes, whatever I have given go ahead. I don't want to reconfirm that. And these are the RPM name which we are installing. What this RPM will do, here if you see, this repository, right? You can see this RPM create this repository. Okay, and where etc yum repo, and here you have location. So you don't have to switch. I'm just showing you what is cam. Okay, these are our repository location which got created by RPM which we installed. You can see. Okay, so get this file and verify the contents. In this you have location of the repository from where we can pull the information. This is. So you don't have to do anything. I'm just showing this is extra bit what this command will do. This command will set up the repository on your Linux machine. With the help of those repository, you can install software. Okay, here we are going to use the software which is Node.js. So Node.js is having in repository. That repository is here, yum repo list. So accordingly, those RPMs we will download from Node.js directory. In this directory, 42 RPMs are available. Channa, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Rajendra.
Okay, fine. So I'm assuming that you are able to install this RPM, which we highlighted, Oracle Node.js release EL7 and Oracle release EL7. These two RPM helping to build the repository. And this repository, we are going to install the Node.js. And Node.js is the open server environment that we can use to delete, create, and manage your web server. Customize things we can do, okay? Instead of going directly in the HTTP. So we are using the combination. So once this is done, now time to install the software, Node.js. So command is this, sudo yum install Node.js. So I am doing that. I will clear this and you can see the command sudo then yum then install then Node.js. I'm assuming you are typing or you are taking from the PDF or taking from the screen. Sudo is the privilege that we need to install the command. Otherwise, simple user cannot do without sudo. So sudo is the privilege, root privilege we are asking. Okay. And yum is the utility in the Linux which we use to install the packages. The beautiful thing is with Yum that you don't have to worry about dependency. Example, I need apple, but to get the apple, I need mangoes. So there is the dependency between apple and mangoes. You cannot buy apple without having mangoes. You have to have mangoes with you. So this kind of problem also come in the Linux, that what we call the dependency. You have dependency. If you want to go inside your house, you need the key because your house is locked. So key and lock is the dependency. Same way in the Linux, we have RPMs, and those RPMs needed some extra RPMs to work together to show the steps. So that's what we call the dependency. Okay, so here we are going to use sudo yum install node.js. So here sudo is the privilege for user. Which user? OPC user. Yum is the command or utility that help you to resolve the dependency, and you should not worry to install this node.js what are the dependency needed. All the dependency will be resolved and will be taken care by the Yum automatically. This is the beauty of this utility, Yum utility. Okay. Otherwise, we use RPM command in the Linux to install the RPMs. So here we are not using because you need lots of efforts to resolve the dependency. You have to install separate RPM. And install means install. Yum install means we are installing. In this you can do upgrade, you can do remove, and you can use the extra other option. As of now, we are installing Node.js. Okay, so here if you see rpm-qa grep-i Node.js. Is Node.js installed? No. This is only one RPM is installed as of now, which we installed through the Yum to set up the repository. So if I want to install that, what I will do? I will do this. Okay. You can see it's going and searching. So the beauty of this utility is this. Resolving dependency, automatically it will check to install Node.js. The package Node.js will be installed. Okay, to install this, what are the dependency needed? Processing dependency, npm is needed, libub is needed, libub.so is needed. So these are the dependency will be needed. And beautiful thing, Yum will not ask you to install the dependency. Yum automatically go in this database and search for those dependency and automatically take yes. Here you are saying installing Node.js from EPL library. Okay, this EPL library using to install the Node.js. And what else? They are using libub and as a dependency. They are using okay. It's going to use this one repository. And here they are asking total download size will be 7.4 MB. This is the download size, okay, your RPM size. After downloads, installed size means it will extract lots of files in different locations, documentation and other things. 7 MB. So minimum is, and is this okay? We will say yes, this is fine. Go ahead. So you can, it's downloading first. So you don't have to worry about download. it's downloading the package. It's downloaded 3 package automatically on this system. And here you can see the Mbps nice is done, and it's doing the tented or not tented. So it's not founding, it's tented. If it's not founding, then say it's tented, we cannot install. Installing done, the RPM. Verifying after installation, it's 2. It's verification. It's not installed. Okay. Yes. Dependency installed. Yes. And completed. Message. Okay. How to verify from extra steps that done or not done, right? This is also the question. Then you can use RPM I. You can see one Node.js that we installed in the previous, and second one is installed here. This is the X one. If I do this, yum info about this, it will give you the information. Command is yum info and the RPM. So it's telling name, this is the name, what is architecture, 8664, version, release, size, installed, not installed, JavaScript runtime. Okay. And here, very nice description. Node.js is the platform built on a Chrome JavaScript runtime for easily building fast, scalable network application. Okay. So, purpose of this is the purpose. And they given more information. Uses an event-driven non-blocking IO model, make it lightweight, efficient, perfect for data-intensive real-time application that run across distributed devices. So it's lighter, faster, and efficient. Okay, so you will have low bandwidth consume, and that bandwidth you can use somewhere else. What we have done. After that, here create the web server using this. Okay. Here we are creating one directory, mkdir web server. So now I am in home OPC. Okay. So here you can do mkdir web server ls-la. You can verify we have created the directory and existing files and directory visible there. Directory we will put the content. So what we have to do, we have to go inside this directory. Nothing there, you can see pwd. Okay, we are in /home. OPC is the user and directory is the web server which we have created, and we will hold the there. And this is the command that we can execute. npm init. So you remember npm is provided by Node.js. Here if you can see npm, this one. Okay, so this is the command that come from that RPM. How to check? Sudo RPM hyphen QF npm. Anyway, we know. Okay, that is fine. It's looking for that location. Then you can execute npm init. Okay, so here this utility will walk you through creating package, that is package.json file. It only covers most common item. It try to guess sensible default information. If you needed more information, you can run npm help json like this. Okay, so here as per documentation, we don't have to supply extra information. We have to default one. Nothing extra, just say yes, this is my version, description, entry point, index.js. So this note down, test command, git repository, keywords, everything default, licensing, and last say yes. ls, you can see one file is created, that is package.json. I hope you are following. npm init, then give the default options like this, all default. And in last, you can say yes. So I'm waiting, thinking you guys doing, so please carry on. Okay, so I hope you guys have reached to that point, and now would you like to show them how to create index.js?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Channa, will you show that how to create the index.js file and how to build the web server from here? So I'm handing over to Channa. Thank you, Channa.
Thank you, Rajendra. Ravi, can you give me the presenter?
Yeah. I share the presenter privilege to you. It is already shared.
Okay. Hope everyone has completed until the step npm init. We're able to see the package.json file. Okay. Now let's create a web server. Now I'm currently under the directory web server. So we can catch the package.json file. This is the file where will be containing the root right about your node project or any first. This will be the first file for the JavaScript file that exists at the root of your node project. So you can see here, this is the name of your web server, and we have the main function is to index.js. This is the first file we have to run in the web server. So now we'll be creating that file from the notepad. From the document, you can see there is already a script. You need to type this whole complete JavaScript file. Yeah. So already have created the file. Don't copy and paste. If you're trying to copy and paste, make sure it has to be seen in the same way. I'm repeating again. From PDF, you can copy those the file, create a file via index.js. If you can copy and paste. If you are copy and paste, you should make sure those commands are seen in the same way. Each parameter should be seen in the same way. Let me know if you have any queries typing those script in the index.js. Then you can save your file with escape:_wq. For example, if you have any mistake, let me do a mistake here. The command doesn't run. It will throw you the error. So JS. To fix that error,
Chandana, can you repeat the previous step? By mistake, your audio got muted.
okay. So currently, I have just made a mistake in the file. Instead of apostrophe, I have used different one. So when I save the file and run the command node index.js to start the script, it throws me the error. You can see here, it is pointing to the same line. I'm repeating again. If you have any mistakes in the index.js, the command doesn't run. It will show this error. So you have to fix that error. To fix that error, again, you have to open the file. Press I to type the file. Then change that to apostrophe. Now again, you can save your file. Node index.js. Now this has to be shown as server running at HTTP, hostname and the port. Hope everyone are able to do this. If you have any mistakes, you have to correct it in the index.js. Even if spelling mistakes will be pointing. Okay, so once you have run the node index.js, you can open another session. Let me keep both the sessions. Hope both the sessions are visible.
No,
Yes,
only one session
we
is
can say.
visible in the.
We can say.
Okay.
Okay. So once you have run the command in the another session node index.js, it shows as server running at HTTP. Now we have to check whether these are able to reach. So for that you have to enter curl HTTP colon. It has to be port 3000. You can see it shows health here. It's in the other session. You can see that health check. If you run again, it shows healthy. Here again, it will show as health check. I'll repeat again. Once you have created the file and save the file in the same way, you need to save the file as escape wq, then run the command node index.js. Once you have run the command, open another session of the same instance with SSH OPC at IP address, SSH OP to test the web server, SSH OPC at IP address. 2 sessions should be seen. Once you have seen both the sessions, run the node index.js in one session. On another session, you can just run curl http colon 000 colon 3000. The public IP address we can do next, since this is not we haven't added any firewall rules. So we have the public IP address will be shown once we added the firewall rules. Okay. So if you have any queries, let me know. Okay. Assuming you are able to follow, next we'll go with next steps. See, when you execute at one session, it shows as healthy. On another session, it will show as health has been checked. So since we are not able to add the public IP address, we have entered 00. To enter your public IP address, we have to add the firewall rules. So we will add the firewall rules on one session. You can copy the from the PDF. I'll type that command sudo firewall cmd. We are adding the permanent option, then add.
Hey Chandana, some of them are getting errors, I think.
The index.js file should be in this way. I'll show in the PDF.
I actually, if error is coming, error will become because the file which we have created, right? In that file, you will see most of the cases this blue color or purple color highlights you are seeing, right? So if you have not used the codes properly, then you will see it's not showing the purple color, or it's not showing the blue color or red color. Different color will be showing. So make sure those codes what you are using, once you use correct one, it will change the color, and it's changing the color. Okay, that is the only that's why we said don't copy paste. If you have copied and paste, then you have to use the correct bracket. Okay, and color will change for your file. You have to use vim and that file name, then it will show the correct color. Thanks, Channa.
Thank you, Rajendra. So it has to be seen in the same way. Then only the script will be run. Okay. I'm adding the port now. so that public IP address can be used to test the web server. That is the port 3000. Sudo firewall cmd -permanent add port 3000 TCP. So it says success. Then we have to reload the firewall. The same steps is seen in the PDF. Configure the firewall. To open port 3000, permanently execute the following commands. So it has to be shown as success when you run the commands. Once you are able to see success, we have to log into the cloud instance, compute, instances. So this is the instance I have created. You have to go to instance detail, virtual cloud network. Select that virtual cloud network. Not only adding firewall rules, we have to add extra few ingress rule in the cloud for the instance. So we are doing that now. Compute instance. Let me log in again. This is the instance I have created. Go to instance detail. There you can see virtual cloud network. Click on that. So when you click on virtual cloud network, you will see a resources. There you need to select the option security list. Hope you are able to see this page. Virtual cloud networks, you have to select the virtual cloud network which you have been added. In the resources tab, left hand side, you can see the security list. Click on security list. Select the default security list. Click on. Now you need to add the ingress rule. Hope everyone followed until this step. Let me know if I need to repeat again. Okay, let me add the ingress rule. When you click on add ingress rule, select this option. Let the source type be CIDR. Enter 0.0/0. Enter 3000. When you click on add ingress rule, check the box stateless. Source type, let it be CIDR. Source CIDR, type this one. And destination port range, let it be 3000. Now I click on add ingress rule. I think I have done it. I'm adding the ingress rule now. Okay. I'll repeat again. Compute instances. Select the instances you have created. Let me show in the PDF. Compute instances. Select the instance. Click on the assigned virtual cloud network. From resources, click on the security list. Select the default security list of your virtual cloud network. Add the ingress rule. Make sure that you have stateless has been checked. Source type CIDR, and the source CIDR should be this value, and the destination port range is 3000. Add the ingress rule. Once you have added, now we can test the connection again. Instead of using 00, we can enter the IP address now. You need to enter your public IP address. You can see the public IP address is now working. Everyone able to follow?
Same URL if you type in the browser, Channa.
Yeah.
HTTP.
You can enter here :3000. It shows healthy.
So
80,000.
basically, this rule is like telling whatever the request coming from outside on this IP for 3000 port, accept that and accept and redirect on this port and show this content, because internally we were able to access, right? Now we have to allow access outside people, so can access without any problem. Thank you, Channa.
So now we have
I think
tested
we have done.
how we have to create a service, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have tested connection through public IP. Okay. You can see here, or you can enter in the browser as I entered here. Okay. Once you have done this, so now currently what we were doing until now, we were running the node index.js manually on the server, and we were checking the connection. So this should be an auto start, right? We want this to be started as soon as the instance started. So what we'll be doing now, for that we'll be creating a service. So you can create your own service in the OL7 under this file. Okay, let me go into the directory cd/etc systemd system. So here you can see other services. There will be default services. For example, if you can see here status, this is a default service. You can see here it is active and running. So we have to create the same way one of the service in a node service, so that it will be automatically started whenever your instance has been started. So for that we will be doing now under this directory, currently which directory I am in, etc systemd system. We will be creating an start web server.service. So I hope I have already created that, for example. Okay, so let me create a new service now. Okay, I'm creating a new service now. You need to enter these details. Here you will be in the service, what will be mentioning start the index.js file, which is under the directory home OPC web server index.js. So initially we were doing node index.js. Now we'll be having a service to be started automatically when the server reboots. So let me save the file. Currently, we'll not be able to see the status because we haven't started yet. See, it says as inactive. So we want this to be started as soon as server reboots. So what we'll be doing, systemctl enable web server start.service. Okay. Now it has been enabled at the auto start at the reboot. So let me now reboot. So I'm rebooting instance now. So once it is started, there is no need of again running the node index.js because we have already created the service. Let it become running now. To start the web service, let me explain again. Under the directory etc system, you have to create your service using the command sudo vi start web server.service. You can give any name. Then you have to enter these details. Once you have entered, save the file and enable the service to auto start at the reboot. Reboot the instance. Once it is up, without running node index.js, this has to work now. So now it is running. Let me refresh this. You can see it is running. Help. I haven't run the node index.js now. So it is running now. You can enter this public IP address in the browser. So let me know if you have any queries. Until this, we have completed this. Let us know if you have any queries.
Thanks, Anna. So, Anuradha, Ravi, we have finished from our side. So you guys can take over, and if any question, please let us know.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
Thank you, Chandana. Thank you,
very much.
Rajendra.
Yeah,
You are
thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.